Hey, this is Mr. Incognito. Today we're gonna do a Rossie Rio Bravo gun cleaning video. I've already removed the screws for it, so I'll show you putting those back in when I'm done. But we're gonna start off by taking the slide and chamber side off by just a little wiggle. And then this is your firing pin and assembly here, which is really dirty. Holy cow. This is what I get for not cleaning this after 1,000 rounds plus some. Yeah, it definitely needs some work, so you'll see in there. I don't know how well the lighting is in my dining room, but we'll see. So many people might understand this, but you see all the gunk in the joints here, as well as right here. We're gonna clean all that up today. So what I like to do is I like to start off by taking some Q-tips, and I actually just work my way around the joints. And I go over here and over here, just trying to get the bigger chunks of gunk off with my gun. Now if you're wondering, I could fully disassemble, but I'm just showing you guys a partial disassembly today because I don't feel like looking for springs that end up over that way and now. No. You're gonna want to clean here. You want to clean over here. And you want to clean up around the front here. And when a Q-tip gets dirty, you just toss that aside. Use another one. Those 250 packs of Q-tips are pretty good. That's what I use. It's just a little bit of Q-tips. You want to make it look all nice and that gunk off. Alright, let's get inside of here where the bullet slides in, and that's one of the biggest ones. And then right here. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing, I guess. Let me try to see what I'm showing you. Just a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Now, the part you guys saw me disassemble here, this one, very important that you make sure that there is no gunk between it, like this, and like this. Now look at all that, look at all of that, holy cow. I tend to get a lot on there, oh my goodness. Right into that joint. Q-tips tend to be the right size for all this. Let's get this joint here. Double check this gunkiness off. Okay. So another spot you want to do is the internals right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push this hammer forward. Just make sure everything's looking okay. Everything is. So from here, this is the hard part. I usually use one of these. They're pretty handy, especially for 22. You don't really need too much when you're cleaning a 22, and you only need a little bit. But I use this gun cleaning oil here, and I'll stick it inside. make sure it's nice and tight on the end, and you just want a little bit. 1, 2, 3. There we go. You don't need a whole bunch when it comes to this stuff, because not only is it very, very good at what it does, it's just pretty expensive stuff. So you're gonna stick that thread down in the hole. Take me a second here. There we go. And take this end here. You're just going to pull it all the way up. You're just going to start ripping it through. Start ripping it through. And then you're going to do it again. I usually tend to go twice through when I clean this gun. So you just go up again, start throwing it in. There we go. And start ripping it through. And ripping it through. There we go. Now, theoretically, this barrel should be nice and rifled up and clean. And what are we looking at? Not so gunked up barrel anymore. That's great. Now that that's done, now that it's all cleaned up, nice and kind of nice, I guess, what we're going to do from here is we're going to take this one, the slide, the very important part, or actually, we're going to start with this. So I use this stuff for the smaller parts to get into for keeping it nice and smooth. I tend to join up the trigger by this pin here. This joint here. I realize you guys can't see that. So you're gonna go with this joint down here. This joint down here. This pin, and this pin. And you're gonna stick it all the way in there. Get that pin. And then what you're gonna do from here, you're gonna take this, and you want it right on the slide part. You don't want it anywhere near where this is going to touch the grooves. You do not want that anywhere else. Except for 2 dabs there, 2 dabs on each side. I don't know if you can see that very well. I do 2 dabs here. Alright, now to put this all back together. Now you want to slide right. You do have to get the sides just a little bit. Right there, right here. And you want to slide it into here first. I mean, obviously you don't want it to go all the way through like that, but you do want it slid in. So you're going to want to slide this in like so. Keep it up to the best of its ability. Actually, that's not how you do this. I'm sorry. It's been a little bit since I've cleaned this gun. Like I said, I put around 2,000 rounds or 1,000 rounds in it before I ended up cleaning it recently. So what you want to do is you want to take your upper assembly of your 22. You're going to want to put it down like so. You want your hammer cocked. You want it down. You want to hold it with your elbow like this. This is how I do it. It's the easiest way I found out how to do it. You slide your upper assembly in to up here. To be exact, you want this down. You want to slide this in. Now you don't want it all the way in. You don't want it all the way in, and the reason you don't want it all the way in is because of this one reason right here. Hold on a minute. Make sure. Alright. Too far in. because this does not lock in correctly if you don't. You want it dropped down. You want to basically make sure that this lever is down before it goes all the way down. Then what happens from there is it should theoretically just pop right down. But if it doesn't, you know, like I said, alright, well, that did not work as planned. So, there we go. So you go ahead and shove this back in there. There we go. You see what I mean? It definitely has to. There's a little tab in here that you'll see when I do a future cleaning video, but it's the whole thing that controls the slide. Now, what you want to do from here, you'll see me do this real quickly. Where did my screwdriver go? Well, that's one of the many. So from here, you're going to end up taking screws. And the Rossie Rio Bravo comes with 4 of them. Fair warning, do not strip them. It is not easy to get them back in. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to go like this. Nice and easy. Now you only get 4 of these screws in the future, so that's why it's kind of a problem to get them in and out. Now many of you will be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've cleaned this gun like 5 times already, so I'm sorry if I don't know much. It takes a lot of practice to get used to your firearms, but you don't need to clean your firearm every single day you shoot it. I don't know why people do that. It's a real thing that happens. I could have cleaned it faster than this, but kind of hard to explain sometimes, the process. There we go. Now, you want to stick this one in here, and this one in here, just like so. They don't want to be too tight, but you do want them snug. And just like that, we're done. Completely cleaned up, barely nice and shiny. That screwdriver looks like it's about to fall. Everything should work just fine. There we go. Just for you guys to see here too, what it looks like. Dry fire. Nice. Now, for future notice, because people don't know this, because when your gun cleaning stuff falls on the ground, you want to kind of clean up that tip. But what I like to do is, as you saw, I put some on the slide. You want to take a little bit more of that. Just a little dab right there, right by the edge of it, towards the back. And you just want to run it a few times. Give it a good little fingering. And then you want to actually, so for me personally, I like to do this, but you want to actually oil the trigger. Call me a bit skeptical about it, but that gravity feed in. Put a little more up front, a little more back here. There we go. now this is a cleaned up Rossie Rio Bravo and how to clean it. Kind of. I could do a more improved video in the future. I couldn't sleep today, so I decided to do a little 3 a.m., 5 a.m. gun cleaning video, because honestly, this one needed to be cleaned up. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You sexy son of a guns. Mr. Incognito, out.